Hello friends, hope you are all fine and doing well. We are into the discussion of a book called 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson. We have already covered 4 rules from this book, and today in this video we are going to discuss Rule 5, which says, don't let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. As the name suggests, this chapter deals with parenting. It talks about few key principles which are important for parents in raising their kids. This chapter talks about tough love. Means you love your child, but at the same time, it's important to teach them discipline so that children grow up to become responsible and contributing members of the society. According to Jordan Peterson, children aren't born with social cultural skills. They must be taught how the world works and how to navigate human society. Parents who don't set clear boundaries for their young kids actually end up hurting them in the long run. The ultimate point is that as a parent, you have a responsibility to teach your child the rules of the society. If you don't, then society will punish them for that. It's important to discipline your children so that they become socialized enough to become eventually members of the society, capable of interacting with other human beings. According to Jordan Peterson's Rule 5, parents are child's best shot at teaching society's rule. Society doesn't have the patience to teach your child. The problem is that society doesn't care about your child nearly as much as you do. If you dislike your own child at times, imagine how other people will react. Other people will swiftly judge and punish your child mercilessly, with nowhere near the tolerance and patience that you have for your child. Let me give you few examples of how a poorly socialized child will be rejected by society. In school, other children will refuse to spend time around a temperamental and unsociable child. Teachers will run out of patience and focus attention on more pleasant children, causing your child to fall behind. And if these unsociable habits persist into adulthood, employers will fire them. They won't be successful in their relationship as their partners may reject them. Many parents, in a misguided effort to avoid damaging their child or wanting to be their child's friend, avoid giving them corrective feedbacks to their kids. These are the parents who let their kids curse at them in public or scream destructively in a movie theaters. According to the author, these parents are teaching their kids the wrong boundaries of the society. According to 12 Rules for Life, not giving your child corrective feedbacks is going to be damaging in long run. A child not taught to behave properly by the age 4 will have lasting social difficulties. No one will love your children like you do. So, if you struggle with some of your children's behavior, how do you expect people who have no reason to love them will respond when they misbehave? Jordan Peterson has shared few principles for parents to help them raise successful kids. Number 1, limit the rules. It is better to have limited amount of clear rules for your child so that he knows how to behave. Here are some examples. Do not bite, kick or hit, except for self-defense. Eat in a civilized manner so that others like to have you at their house. Learn to share, etc. All these rules will ensure your child knows how to live in a society. Of course, rules have to be given according to the child's age. For example, a 2-year-old child can be taught to share their toys with other kids. A baby does not know that taking the toys from the other kids is bad. The idea of sharing, like the idea of respecting the property of others, is taught. It's not a natural rule. Principle number 2, use minimum necessary force with your children. About the second equally important principle, your question might be, what is the minimum necessary force? When a child misbehaves, start with the smallest possible intervention to correct behavior. You should watch your child and understand what is the minimum intervention needed for your child to learn the lesson. So, before trying to make your child happy, foster creativity and boost self-esteem, the principal rule of a parent is to make their child socially desirable, because this is what matters in a human being. This is what matters in human society. This includes giving them guidance and rules to follow and ensure their obedience. A child raised that way will have more opportunities, self-respect, and security. It is even more important than fostering individual identity, because such things require a sophistication of a socially integrated person. So in short, do not let your children misbehave at a young age. They experiment with what is allowed and what is not. If you do not prevent bad behavior, it will turn into a character, and your child will have difficulty assimilating successfully into society. So here we complete the rule 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Thank you.